Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, quite literally once again. I just published my 2xKO news about Vi and about the closed beta, which we'll be releasing on September 9th, and how we're going to have that until the game launches, which is amazing. I was able to get that out very quick after the news was announced because I was anticipating it. I literally had the B-roll footage and the audio just done right before I needed to record and before the announcement happened. But of course, I can't do that for surprise announcements because around the same time, we got the announcement that Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is going to be playable at EVO 2025. This is huge. I was expecting to get Marvel Tokon news at EVO. I mean, it's the Sony fighting game. This is a Sony event. It's obviously going to happen. I was not expecting a playable demo this soon, especially after launch, but hey, I'll take it. That is amazing. And I'm also going to say, just damn, I wish I didn't put all my eggs in the CEO basket. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had fun at CEO, amazing event. But I didn't have Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, bro. I wish I saved my money for EVO. I mean, Florida is a lot more manageable for me than Las Vegas. Especially because I have family in Florida, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Either way, though, we got the announcement that 6 of the 8 playable characters we know of are gonna be at EVO. Pretty much everybody except Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. I do not know why they missed out, but I guess they need a little bit more tinkering. Either way, though, that means you got Captain America, you got Iron Man, Storm, Star-Lord, Miss Marvel, and Doctor Doom. It's going to be interesting to see how Star-Lord and Miss Marvel exactly play in this game. These are the 2 characters we know of that haven't appeared in Marvel vs. Capcom, so this is their first fighting game debut. And at the same time, me personally, I'm on Doctor Doom main, so I'm excited to see, how he plays a little bit differently. It seems he plays slower, a little bit more of a teleport dasher, so I'm excited to see that. At the same time, though, we also have images of actual gameplay, which is amazing. Going through these one by one, we can see this one here, you can see the ECUs at the bottom. I also like how each of the fighters also have different logos next to their names. You can see, the shield for Captain America, lightning bolt for Miss Marvel, which is awesome. And something more interesting, you can see on the side that each of the different playable characters you have in your team of 4 are going to have roles. In this second image, you can more clearly see what their roles are. You have your leader, you have your shooter, you have your vertical, you have your assault. I'm guessing this means that you pick which assists from these 3 characters you use, and whichever of those assists is tied to the roles. That's just my prediction for the time being. We won't truly know until we see actual gameplay from EVO. So that's interesting what we're going to see from that. Other than that, though, we also get gameplay. This is actual gameplay. I also like how it says Fighting Avengers on top of both Captain America and Iron Man, as you can see there. I do not know what that means. Or maybe different characters will have different synergies with each other, and Captain America and Iron Man belong to the Fighting Avengers group. Maybe they'll be a Guardians of the Galaxy group, X-Men group. I don't know. But also, we have bars. We have meters. 2 meters, my fault, 2 meters to be exact. Bottom one goes up to 150. This most likely is a super meter, so if we're using Guilty Gear logic, we could get 3 supers at a time. This could be like a level 3 sort of situation. Interesting. And we also have a meter up top, which has 3 bars. I imagine this could either be tied to ArcSys stuff. This could be, I wouldn't imagine a burst meter, especially because there are 3. But maybe something else for like tension. Maybe they got RRCs back in here. I don't know. But this also could be tied to assists. Maybe there's an assist meter and we can't just make them go out willy-nilly. We'll just, of course, again, have to wait and see. But also we get a little bit of a look at the stage, especially in that image. And then one shortly thereafter, you can see it's New York City. And we see, the statues of Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. We see a little bit of a, backdrop. You can see the theater, you can see Oscorp, you can see the Baxter building back there. Pretty much everything looks very good. I also want to point out in that previous image, you can kind of look around and see a bunch of different stickers. Mainly enough, there's a No More Mutants graffiti on that street sign, so Dang, I guess no more mutants. But you can also see Avengers Tower and a bunch of people in the background just cowering in fear, which is a very nice touch. Also, for anybody who does go to the booth and plays the game, you'll be able to get a collectible pin, which is amazing. I will also pay top dollar to whoever does want to bid that off. I do not care if I'll go into debt. I want that pin more than anything in my life. I also want to go to Evo now more than anything in my life, but it's too late! Why do you announce this after registration is done? I was gonna volunteer, but I had to say no because I couldn't afford it, and now I'm regretting it. Either way, for everybody at home and over there will actually be a developer combat panel with ArcSys and Marvel games at Evo. This will take place on Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, which means for the East Coast boys, including myself, this will be at 11 p.m. So you got to stay up late on the Evo Showcase stage if we want to see what happens at this developer combat panel. I imagine this will be a lot of just like, okay, this is, what we thought of for this, what we thought of for that, a lot of development stuff. Maybe we'll get some reveals. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But either way, looks nice. And of course, it'll be live streamed, so we're good there. And we're just going to end this off with a quote that we get from the game's director, Kazuto Sekine. I hope I did not butcher that. And he says, quote for quote, this is Sekine, developer of Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I'd like to express our thanks on behalf of the entire development team for the incredible response to the State of Play trailer. The game is still under development, but we're really looking forward to sharing more in our Evo panel, and especially for fans to try it out for themselves with the very first trial version at the event. My hope is to assemble with all of the players and create an amazing game together. We're trying out many new things to offer a fresh experience. I can't wait to hear your feedback and thoughts. So we might get some news based off of that quote at Evo, but still, it's really nice that we're hitting the ground running with an Evo demo and a panel for Marvel Fighting Souls. Obviously, this game has a lot to live up to with the legacy of Marvel vs. Capcom, one of, if not the most influential fighting game with Evo and with how the scene is now. So Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, I feel, is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see playable footage from a lot of people at Evo and hear how, oh, this is how this character plays, this is how that character plays, and have a little image in my head of like the team of 4 so far I want to build. But either way, that's going to do it today, and hopefully do it today, and I'm not here 5 seconds later with a third video. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. But with that, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and keep it easy. Peace.